What if I told you the phone in your pocket, the laptop on your desk, the electric car in your driveway, all of it is built on the blood of African children? I'm going to tell you the horrible truth about the Congo and Rwanda conflict and the ongoing war over the most valuable untapped mineral reserves on Earth. One of those minerals is coltan, a single resource with a Congolese reserve worth trillions. Yes, trillions with a T. The Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, holds over 60% of the world's coltan reserves. The key mineral in your phone, your computer, your electric car, and even rockets going to space. Yet somehow, Rwanda, a country with almost no natural coltan deposits, has become one of the world's largest exporters of coltan. The question everyone should be asking is, how is Rwanda exporting a mineral it doesn't have? And why did the European Union sign a lucrative mineral trade deal with Rwanda in February 2024, but not with Congo, the actual source of the mineral? Pay attention. So why is coltan so valuable? Well, it's corrosion resistant, highly conductive, and it's critical for the chips inside your phones, laptops, and electric cars. By 2030, coltan will be more valuable than any mineral on the planet, and it's the future of clean energy. And the DRC, Congo, is sitting on the biggest stash in the world, so naturally, everybody wants in. A few weeks ago, M23 stormed eastern Congo, overrunning Masisi, Minova, and Goma in a blitz that left bodies in the streets, hospitals overflowing, and thousands fleeing for their lives. M23 is a group named after the March 23rd peace accords in 2012, and they are an offshoot of many Tutsis who rebelled against the Congolese government. They also took over the Rubaya mine, the primary source of coltan in Congo and potentially the world. Remember this incident because it will be relevant later in this video. This situation in Congo and Rwanda is international hocus pocus. On the grandest scale, the trick is to make you think this is just an African problem. You know, the typical story of Africans unaliving each other in a war-torn country. This is a shell game where Western corporations profit while Congolese children die in mine. And you are watching this on a device built from it. Paul Kagame, Rwanda's president, recently did an interview. It was about Rwanda's involvement in the DRC conflict.
Does Rwanda currently have any troops at all in Eastern DRC?
I don't know.
You're the commander-in-chief.
Yeah, there are many things I don't know.
How is it possible that the president of a nation has no idea whether his military are deployed in his neighboring country? I understand why Kagame would behave like this. He's Tutsi. His people were massacred in the genocide, and he brought his country back from the brink of obliteration. The 23 rebel group are primarily fighting on behalf of the Tutsis. So whether you agree with it or not, you have to understand why he would take the position he's taking. And it also explains why he refuses to disavow them outright. Here are 3 questions Kagame must answer, not just to Congo, but to all of Africa, because we are fighting for our lives right now to finally gain true autonomy. Question 1. Where does Rwanda's coltan come from? Rwanda exports hundreds of millions of dollars worth of coltan annually, but Rwanda has no significant natural reserves. Question 2. Why is Rwanda involved in Eastern Congo? UN reports explicitly link Rwanda's military to M23's operations. So remember I told you that the EU signed a deal in February 2024 with Rwanda for minerals, one of those minerals being coltan. Now, just 3 months later, in May 2024, after Kagame's deal with the EU, M23 invade and capture one of the richest coltan mines in the Congo. I told you they captured the Rubaya mine. Come on, guys. Is that a coincidence? Seriously. If Rwanda's coltan industry is legitimate, where is the proof of domestic mining operations? Why is there no transparency about its production? Wouldn't publishing detailed mining reports end all speculation and put this entire conspiracy theory to rest? So, what is the real reason the EU signed a deal with Rwanda? My opinion, it's all about optics. This isn't the 1800s anymore. The old school method of direct colonial exploitation is bad PR in the age of social Media. I mean, they've got people like me running around on the internet now. They can't get away with those things anymore. Not easily. The world can't afford images of child minors covered in dust, digging for Western tech companies. It doesn't align with their moral high ground. So what do? You gotta clean house. You've gotta clean those minerals somehow. Isn't it organized criminals that do something called, money laundering? Is there a thing called mineral laundering? Allegedly, tons of coltan are smuggled daily from Congo into Rwanda, where it is then rebranded as Rwandan before being sold globally. It's a $1 billion operation that keeps European and US companies' hands clean. Not actually clean, just clean enough for the public relations. Apple, Samsung, Tesla, they all use coltan for their technology. Do they know where their coltan comes from? Or are they deliberately avoiding the answer? While Western corporations get rich, thousands of Congolese civilians have been unalived in conflicts linked to these minerals. Armed groups use slavery, forced labor, and terror to control mining zones. Meanwhile, Kagame calls these accusations propaganda and Western hypocrisy. Fine, then prove it. Open Rwanda's mining industry to independent audits. Right now, 2 African nations are fighting over who gets to deliver stolen goods to Western corporations. While the EU, signing a deal like that with Rwanda, directly stoked the flames of unrest. Congo's mineral wealth should benefit Congolese people, not foreign corporations, rebel groups, or Rwanda. The real war is not between Congo and Rwanda. It's between Africa's future and the forces trying to rob it blind. That is insanity. If you want to work with me to continue to educate, enlighten, inform, and build the bridge between Africa and the diaspora, consider applying for membership to my exclusive funding group, the 300. Capped at 300 dedicated members only, we will have 4 meetings a year to vote on a project of value I will create. $100 minimum contribution, but you can put in as much as you wish. Contributions are made only once a quarter. No monthly membership fees. Simply good faith that you want to be part of the solution and empower me to do what needs to be done to help ourselves. The link is in my profile bio or the description of this video, depending on where you are watching this.